guys, this is Brett. Hello. On behalf of Katie and Maddie and myself, I just want to welcome you to Paint This Town. A few things about the site in general. It's just, an awesome little small town community that Katie and I came up with over the course of a few instant message conversations. And we really hope that you enjoy what we've put together for you. We are very open to member subplots, so if you have any ideas, even if they're not like fully baked ideas, even if they're little half-baked ideas, please feel free to send them to us. We're always happy to hear member feedback. A little bit of trivia about myself. I go by Brett on the internet. My real name is Paula. You can call me Paula. I answer to Brett, honestly, better than I answer to my real name, which is sad. I'm 24 years old, which makes me the oldest admin on the site, kind of the old lady. I'm not the oldest member of the forum, though, so I guess there's something going for me. What else? I have been writing for 14 years. I wrote my first fanfiction when I was 10. It was really bad. Please don't ask me to see it. I wouldn't show it to my mother on her deathbed if she asked. It's that bad. I have been role-playing for 12 years. I first came to role-playing through Neopets, and I role-played on the forums there for quite some time. I discovered forums when I was 15 and never really looked back. I've role-played, honestly, oh, kitty cat tail. I have honestly role-played a little bit of everything, from Dragon Riders of Pern to real life to high fantasy to animal role plays to future science fiction. I've kind of done it all. I'm very open when it comes to role playing. I'll write anything at least once. The more dramatic and horrible the plots are to my characters, the more I'm likely to get involved, because I love being mean to my characters. I'm a horrible person. But if you have any terrible plot ideas like that, please let me know. I'm game. My limits, I'll pretty much do anything in a thread. I generally prefer not to write sex scenes, just because they're usually really either super awkward or super fake. That's kind of my theory on that. If a plot calls for it, I might. Generally, I just fade to black. Yeah. I do use a lot of profanity on the internet, so I apologize if swearing like a sailor is something that's going to upset you. Poke me and say, hey, Brett, talk like a lady, and I'll try. Don't make any promises, though. I currently write Madeline Hawes, Garrett Hawes, Devin Monroe, Nicola Drake, and Asher Grayson. They're not all up and apt on the board yet. My dog is being a pain. You have to excuse me. Go. Thank you. Yes, I write those characters. I'm hoping to stay at 5. If I love plots, I'm a character whore. So, you never know if that's gonna be the truth or not, as far as characters go. What else can I tell you about myself? I am a massive comic book geek. I have a whole shelf of comic book movies over here and an entire bookcase of comic books out in my hallway. I'm almost always on the internet. I have no real life. If I'm not at school or at work, I'm here, so feel free to pester me. I do work at PetSmart as a groomer, cashier, pet care, whatever they need me to do, which is why on my little mini profile it says that I am PetSmart's bitch, because it's the truth. School, I am getting my associate's degree in paralegal, and this will be my first semester back after some time off, so we'll see if I manage to handle it without completely coming unglued. I don't know. I like comic books, I already said that. Obviously, I like movies and books and video games. I love video games. I cosplayed Assassin's Creed at DragonCon this past year. And I do love conventions. I go to those fairly frequently whenever I get the chance. I collect really expensive semi-creepy dolls, Asian ball-jointed dolls. They're part of the reason I'm always broke. Traveling being the other reason I'm always broke. I don't know what else to say. Kind of a boring person. I live with my parents at 24 because my ass is broker than broke. I couldn't afford an apartment if I tried. So, you will probably hear me often say how much moving back into my parents' house sucked. I lived on my own for 5 years. I lived by myself, ran my own life. I have lived in such places as Chicago and Kansas City. I lived in Atlanta for a while. I've lived in North Carolina and Virginia. I currently live in Indiana, so I'm on the Eastern time. And yeah, that's pretty much all the interesting stuff about me. I do have every instant messenger known to man, basically. And I love being bothered, so if you want to just talk, or if you have questions about plot, or even if you want to, like, chat play your characters out, you know, in a little quick fire kind of thing, I'm always game for those things. I do talk on Skype, so if you want to hear more about my boring life, you can certainly do that. Yeah, welcome to Paint This Town. As far as adminly tasks go, if you have any questions about coding or graphics, don't ask me, because I will just look at the screen and go, that's my puppy. I go, don't have any answers for you, and just send you off to Katie or Maddie. If you have any questions about how to make your character better, do character development plots, if you have any questions about the plots as far as the families that we've created, those are my babies, so feel free to ask me about those things. Hey, go lay down. Go on. I'm an animal lover. I have 2 dogs. Actually, they're laying on my not made bed, so nice. But I don't know if you can see my boxer up there, and then this is my hound. She's kind of camera shy, I guess. And somewhere around here I have a cat, and I have a, my grandfather lives with us with his Sheltie, Shetland sheepdog, and I have 2 fish. I have Ambrose and Cal, and then I have another tank full of guppies, and I have plans on getting a lizard next. This is what happens when you work in a pet store. That's it. It's been a long ass video, so I apologize. I love you all. Thank you so much for joining our board. We love you. All the love. We'll have lots of fun with plots and everything, and like I said, feel free to harass me anytime you want. Bye guys.